Team Durham TVs today, joined by Caroline Dixon, a central midfielder for the Durham University Women's Football Programme. Caroline, new this year to Durham, studying a postgraduate degree in education. How have you found it so far?
So far so good. The girls and I are unbeaten in our last 8 games for the Bucks League. We hope to continue that run, obviously. We've got the playoffs coming up, quarterfinals in about 2 weeks' time.
Brilliant. Caroline, just to take you back a little bit, your career with women's football kind of came about through a stage where the sport really was developed. And I understand you started at Manchester City, is that right?
Yeah, my teen years were spent at Manchester City. Obviously I came through my junior club, it was a local club, KZ Sports, moved to Stockport, and then eventually I moved up the leagues with Manchester City and then eventually Blackburn Rovers.
Brilliant. And I understand an opportunity to go a little bit further afield came about after that?
It did. I moved to America when I was 21. I studied over there for 4 years, got my undergrad degree. That was in Connecticut at the Hartford Hawks.
Great. And how did that experience compare to your early experience of football here in England?
Absolutely fantastic. Completely different lifestyle. The style of play over there is much different as well.
Excellent. And tell us a little bit more about the conference, Hartford, East Coast. How was the competition?
It was good. We played teams like Boston University, Maine, Albany. Obviously very competitive. It was a good league.
Brilliant. And following your successful completion of that undergraduate degree, you ended up here in Durham. How did that opportunity come about?
I was looking for postgrad opportunities over in the States on the NCAA website, and I came across Durham. Sounded familiar, and obviously I realised it was based in England. So it was a great time for me to move back home. Obviously I miss my family, and obviously Durham's a great city.
Brilliant. And how did you find that application process?
Quite easy. Sent an email to Quentin Sloper. He emailed me back within a couple of days, and then we arranged a few phone conversations, and then it just stemmed from there.
Brilliant. And tell us a little bit about the course that you're studying here at Durham.
I'm doing a Masters in Education, so my undergrad was in Health Science, but I do want to go into teaching. So obviously I need that teaching qualification, so I'm doing the MA programme right now.
Great. And you mentioned the playing opportunities that you've had. It's obviously been a very successful season so far. How does it compare, university sport here, compared to your experiences over in the States?
As I said before, it's the style of play is quite different, but it does help that we've got 8 girls from America on the Bucks League, so they help to bring kind of that style of play over here, so it's not too big of an adjustment for me. Brilliant.
And the University Women's Programme just missed out last year, losing out in the final. Is that something you're hoping to put right this year?
Yeah, we hope to go one step further. Looking at the current fixtures right now, we stand to play Cardiff in the semi-final if we make it that far, and they were the team that obviously beat Durham in the final last year, so we hope to go on better.
And it's very exciting times for women's football at Durham at the moment. An application was successfully took by the Football Association to compete in the Super League, which is due to start in the coming months, and I understand you're going to be a part of that team as well.
I am. Obviously I've been here since August, training with the WSL team and the Bucks team as well. So we had an FA Cup game at the weekend. We were fortunate enough to win that, and then our next game's in about 3 weeks' time.
And unfortunately, before this meet, we just discussed your football background, and I'm afraid you did tell me you're an Arsenal supporter. Tell us about what really got you into the sport. What made you choose this pathway?
Well, obviously I'm from Manchester, so Manchester's obviously a big sporting city. Manchester United, Manchester City. But my dad's cousin actually used to play for Arsenal, so I kind of followed him growing up, and that's how I ended up supporting them.
I'll let you off for that one then, I think. So in terms of your plans, obviously you're here for another year and a half, I guess. What are your intentions when you leave there?
Hopefully go into teaching. One of our partners is Vision for Education, so I'm currently on their books doing some supply work, so you never know if I'm in the same school, an opportunity might come up to directly walk into a school and into a position, but if not, maybe move back to Manchester and go from there.
Brilliant. And if somebody's at home now watching this, whether it be here in England or across in the States, what would you say to them about the Durham programme?
I mean, it's definitely a great opportunity. You're competing on a day-to-day basis. The daily training, it's similar to what they do in America if it is a girl from over there that's looking, but just Durham in general, absolutely beautiful city. The university is fantastic. It's one of the highest rated in the country, so I'd definitely go for it.
Brilliant, Caroline. Very, very much thanks for your time, and very best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.